Colorado Buffaloes football legend Shedeur Sanders assigned NFL role cosplaying Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow on Browns. Colorado Buffaloes football legend Shedeur Sanders assigned NFL role cosplaying Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow on Browns originally appeared on the Sporting News. Colorado Buffaloes football legend Shedeur Sanders is not being himself with the Cleveland Browns. He's not the starter, losing Kevin Stefanski's quarterback competition to Joe Flacco and Dillon Gabriel to end up QB3 on the depth chart. Meanwhile, his main role is to play on the scout team and mimic signal callers the team is facing each week. In Week 1, that was Cincinnati Bengals QB Joe Burrow. In Week 2, it'll be Baltimore Ravens QB Lamar Jackson. At times the concepts resemble what we would run here with the Browns, and at times it's completely foreign. But the fact that they're out there and having to make decisions and process and then deliver throws accurately, all that is really good, Browns QB coach Bill Musgrave said, via transcript from the team shared to Pro Football Talk. And we try to engineer it or orchestrate it where certain concepts almost meet our quarterbacks. So, I'd say last week Bailey did some really good things that tried to replicate Joe Burrow. We're doing some things, of course, to replicate Baltimore's quarterback, Lamar Jackson, this week with all three guys to really give the defense a good look, because being a scout team quarterback, you're working on your own craft, but really it's an art form to replicate the opponent so the defense can be ready to do their thing on Sunday. Musgrave took it a step further, claiming Shedeur, Bailey Zapp, and Gabriel take pride in scout team reps. I'd say it's a little bit different, and it's exciting because those guys do take pride in getting the defense ready, Musgrave said. They want to do a good job of replicating the opponent's offense, and at the same time, they want to try to relate any play that they get to our game plan for that week, too, so they can feel like they can get a little double duty there. They immersed themselves, both of them in the game plan, did a lot of drill work on the side both before and after practice. And then they get some scout team reps so they can get some balls airborne and make sure that they're staying in sync. Of course, because really Dillon is 1 play away and Shedeur is 2 plays away. Sanders has taken on a much different role than expected in his NFL career. Thus far, he's been trusted with very little since being taken in the 5th round of the draft this past April in one of the league's all-time draft slides. Some think his father, Deion Sanders, can intervene soon and get the grown QB traded. More than likely, though, Shedeur is on his own, just as Shiloh has been. Whether that means starting for a different team, remaining a scout team QB mimicking other players, or falling out of the league entirely, remains to be seen. The arc of Shedeur Sanders' football journey has always been painted in bold strokes. From the son of an icon to the face of the Colorado Buffaloes' revival under Deion Sanders, his career has been one long spotlight. But in Cleveland, the light has shifted, refracted, even bent into curious patterns. No longer the headline quarterback fighting for a starting spot, Shedeur has been assigned one of the strangest and most challenging NFL responsibilities imaginable, cosplaying Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow as part of the Browns scout team. It's a job equal parts humbling and invaluable, theatrical yet technical. For Shedeur, it's also the next chapter in his legend. A college icon finds an NFL stage. At Colorado, Shedeur wasn't just a quarterback. He was the Buffalo's engine, the one who made every fourth-quarter rally feel possible. His style, calm, poised, quick to adapt, wasn't chaotic like Lamar Jackson's or surgical like Joe Burrow's, but somewhere in between. He played the role of steady leader in a storm, almost like a film director orchestrating chaos around him. Now, in Cleveland, he's tasked with imitating those same quarterbacks he once watched as models of the modern NFL. Coaches want him to use his arm like Burrow, his legs like Lamar, and his eyes like both. For a young player once celebrated as the next great starter, it feels like a demotion. But to Shedeur, there's artistry in the task. Cosplaying the greats. Scout team quarterbacks have long been the unsung actors of NFL practices. Their job isn't to be themselves but to become someone else entirely, mirroring tendencies, fakes, and improvisations. In Baltimore Week, Shedeur dons Lamar's cape. Coaches tell him, escape the pocket even when you don't need to. Break off runs. Throw sidearm. Make them feel like Lamar's out there. So Shedeur runs wild, not just throwing deep but darting past defenders, forcing the Browns linebackers to chase shadows. He even works on mimicking Lamar's body language, shoulders bouncing, head always scanning, a magician never revealing his next trick. When Cincinnati is on deck, Shedeur morphs again. He slows the tempo, sharpens the timing, and becomes Joe Burrow, the cool assassin with surgical precision. Suddenly, every throw is a dart on time, every progression is clean, every motion is measured. He wears the aura of Burrow, calm under fire, with the unshakable belief that the next throw will break a defense's back. To Cleveland's defense, Shedeur Sanders isn't Shedeur Sanders anymore. He is whoever they need him to be. From franchise face to NFL role player. The irony isn't lost on anyone. Here's a quarterback once marketed as a first-round pick, now being asked to pretend he's another man. Some fans whisper that it's a humiliation, a sign that Shedeur isn't ready. But those closer to the team see something different. Kevin Stefanski, ever the chess player, believes this role could be the most valuable training possible. If you want to be great, Stefanski reportedly told Sanders, you study greatness. You put yourself in their shoes, literally. You try to think like them, move like them, break defenses like them. One day, you're not pretending anymore. You're doing it your way. Shedeur, far from sulking, embraced it. The assignment lets him learn NFL defenses from the other side. He sees how Myles Garrett reacts to Lamar's jukes. He feels how Denzel Ward adjusts to Burrow's timing. It's a crash course in elite quarterbacking, just disguised as cosplay. A father's perspective. Deion Sanders, never shy with an opinion, offered his thoughts in his usual preacher's cadence. Let me tell y'all something. My son ain't pretending. He's preparing. Don't call it cosplay, call it rehearsal. You ever see Denzel Washington rehearse? You think that's fake? Nah, baby, that's greatness in the making. To Deion, this role isn't a setback but a setup. His son is learning the rhythms of NFL defenses, sharpening tools that college never demanded. If anything, Prime sees it as free education, paid in NFL checks and film sessions. The locker room theater. Inside the Browns facility, Shedeur's role has become a running joke and a source of inspiration. Teammates call him Hollywood for the way he transforms week to week. When he plays Lamar, they tease him for being too flashy. When he's Burrow, they joke about his Joe Cool walk into practice. But there's respect behind the ribbing. Veterans notice how seriously he takes it, how he studies film of opposing quarterbacks as if he's about to start on Sunday. Defensive players admit that Shedeur's imitations make them sharper.